Breaking, Peter Obi releases Manifesto for 2023 presidential elections. And the full document is here. This is a very great one. People have been looking for his manifesto up and down. They have been trying to, because Obi is the center of attraction now. Everybody will just say, where's your manifesto? What are you going to do? Even other political parties, instead of them to go and prepare their own manifesto, they're asking for Obi's manifesto, who we don't understand. And the truth is that they want to copy from it, because the same way they say 1 million man march, they say it's not possible. It cannot happen. Nobody's going to come out. They're going to rent crowd. A bid does not have structure. By the time they started the 1 million man march, other political parties started copying it, started going on march, started going on long rallies and call it march. They tried tagging it 2 million man march, like APC did in Oyo State, Ibadan. They did in Lagos, because Obi started it. So we were suspicious of these political parties when they were even asking for Obi's manifesto, when they cannot even attend simple debating context to discuss Nigeria and what they have for Nigeria. So now Peter Obi has come out with his manifesto. It's a 62-page document that I cannot read all of them here, but it's online. Somebody can go search it, Peter Obi Manifesto for 2023 election, and you will see a 62-page PDF document that you can download and then go through on your own. But what I will just try to do is just probably take the subheadings and some few highlights to share with us as the content of that manifesto. The Labour Party presidential candidate, Peter Obi, Gregory Onwubuasi Obi, has released the manifesto for his 2023 presidential campaign entitled Our Pact with Nigerians, Creating a New Nigeria. Wow. It can be recalled that Mr. Obi has faced criticisms over his refusal to release his plans for Nigeria and how he intends to solve its numerous problems. The 62-page manifesto can be read online, right? The file name is Our Pact with Nigeria, Creating a New Nigeria. So it started by saying, it's a big presentation document, very big presentation document that, it will take someone time to go through and to make sure they carefully go through and read it, right? Actually, the first page is the picture of Obi and Dati Ahmed, the vice presidential candidate, and the title of that page, Obi Baba Ahmed's Pact with Nigeria. That is a very great one. So they gave their commitment to offer honest and competent leadership to deliver our 7 priorities. So in their manifesto, they have their 7 priorities. So let's see what those priorities are, because that is key to the manifesto. That's like the summary of the manifesto. 1 is to secure Nigeria, end banditry and insurgency, and unite our dear nation to manage our diversity such that no one is left behind. That is one of the priorities. The second priority is shift emphasis from consumption to production by running a production-centered economy that is driven by an agrarian revolution and export-oriented industrialization. That's a good one. That is priority number 2. Then priority number 3, restructure the polity through effective legal and institutional reforms to entrench the rule of law, aggressively fight corruption, reduce cost of governance, and establish an honest and efficient civil service. That's a very good one again, because we know that our civil service system is so rotten that, in fact, I don't know what can be done to clean it up. In fact, it's some of the people in civil service that are teaching the politicians how to forge numbers, to pad budget, and for this corruption, the tactics for corruption. All right. So the 4th priority is leapfrog Nigeria into 4th industrial revolution. They call it 4IR. through the application of science and technology innovations to create a digital economy. Wow. And then priority number five is build expansive and world-class infrastructure for efficient power supply, rail, road, and air transportation and pipeline network through integrated public-private partnerships and entrepreneurial public sector governance. That is the priority number five, and that is great. Priority number six, enhance the human capital of Nigerian youth for productivity and global competitiveness through investment in world-class scholarship and research, quality healthcare, and entrepreneurship education. That's priority number six. And then priority number seven is conduct an Afrocentric diplomacy that protects the rights of Nigerian citizens abroad and advance the economic interests of Nigerians and Nigerian businesses in a changing world. Wow. So these are the five priorities. This is like the 5 point agenda. I mean, a 7 point agenda, seven priorities. So I personally will call it 7 point agenda because that is a popular name we've been calling it for years from some other politicians that have articulated something like this but never followed up. But now, instead of Labour Party calling it 7 point agenda, they are calling it seven priorities, where you cannot really do everything. So you need to prioritize and identify your focus areas that can add value to people's life and the state of the nation as fast as possible. This is a great one from the Labour Party. They've published this document, right? So I encourage people to go and read it online and then digest it, because by this document we will assess their performance when they finally get into office over time, and then we will know whether they are keeping their promise or not. All right. So a lot has been said there. Those seven priorities that I just read is not something that we can analyze in even 1 hour. I know that some news agencies and some television houses and broadcasters will be analyzing this document in the next few days and will call for interviews in the stations. I'm sure it will happen. All right. But again, I really appreciate Peter Obi and his group for bringing out this document. It had never been, characterized and articulated like this in the past by other politicians. This is a well thought through agenda and well documented, well articulated, and I'm sure anybody in Labour Party can defend this document anytime, anywhere, even though it is Peter Obi and that is document actually. All right, they have articulated a lot, and I know a lot of the analysis will come after this. Even those that were criticizing Peter Obi for not releasing the document, I tell you, they will go and look at it now to punch a hole, to find hole in it. But what they have done differently is not coming out to just make open promises in the air that will never be, tracked, or the people can never be held accountable or responsible for what they have promised. Just like this Buhari's government, when they were coming, they said any responsible government will restore power in 6 months. That was Fashola. Now, this is 7.5 years, they can't restore power and they can't hold them accountable because it wasn't documented anywhere. Right? They said they were going to make 1 naira to $1. Now, 1 naira is $1 is now almost 800 naira at this moment. And now they say they didn't say so, just because it wasn't documented anywhere. All right. They said they were going to, stop banditry and Boko Haram. They couldn't stop it till tomorrow. Now, what they're telling us is that they have done their best and they are leaving Nigeria better than they came. That they are declaring victory over Boko Haram and ISWAP for a victory for a war that they did not fight, because it's a Fulani business and they know themselves, so they didn't want to fight themselves. And the only thing they succeeded in doing is recruiting the repentant Boko Haram into the military. Wow, that is a very bad one for Nigeria, I tell you the gospel truth. And it's going to be difficult to fish those people out and remove them from the military. because they're already in there full time now. It's quite unfortunate that this government has plunged us into such political comatose. Yeah, let me talk like Obahiagbon, political comatose. So that is what Peter Obi has and Labour Party, and I suggest and I encourage people to go online, download it and read it. The title is Obi Dati Pact with Nigerians. All right. So creating a new Nigeria. That is the title of the document. You can get it online and read. Thank you for listening, and let's have your comments below.